Okay, so what we're going to look at now, we're going to look at from this position when my opponent and me are in 50-50, but I created leg separation and now he is looking to put himself in a position where he can hide his heel. Now from here he's hiding his heel, I'm locked up in 50-50 position. I'm going to take this hand, I'm going to throw it under my thigh. This hand can come through to here. So this is what's going to help me maintain the knee line. So as Chris goes to turn here, I invert through and I pull his knee down to the floor, catching the heel here. I'm ending up in this position where our heads are facing two different directions. This is usually a position that's one of my goals, is I'm trying to actually force this position a lot of the time. Is any position where I can force where we're both facing two separate directions here. Okay? So we're locked up here, here. I throw his hand inside of here, and now he straightens that leg and turns. Here. And when I want to free my arm, I just start turning belly down, choke up on the hip, and I get extension from the finish. Okay? Let's turn the angle. We're here and here. Again, my undercross grip here, what this is going to do is this is going to help me maintain the knee while he's turning. So I want to maintain this. I can hold my shin or I can just put it right here. I want to lock up my 50-50. When I roll through it, sometimes it's helpful to cross at my ankles here. And now from here, I feel the turning. And here. Now once I catch this here, okay, thumb down, elbow tight, I'm going to rotate belly down. You see how when I rotate belly down, that's putting his knee on the floor? That's how I know if I put his knee on the floor, if he tries to just free his knee line by just running away. You see how now it's much easier for me to maintain that? I want to cross my feet at his hip, and when I go belly down, it's easier for me to pull my hand out. And now from here, looking over my bottom shoulder as I finish. Remember, I want to be tight here, extension looking over my bottom shoulder. Okay? One more time from this angle. Again, we're here 50-50. I feel him go into a defensive position. I throw my undercross in. We're here. And now I throw my arm underneath. He goes to roll. Here. In this position is where I have good heel exposure here. We're here. Rotate belly down. I choke up on the hip. Locking up. Looking under my bottom shoulder for the finish. I'm not going to look this way. I'm not going to look straight. I'm going to look the direction I'm breaking, and it's going to be over my bottom shoulders where I'm following that straight line. Okay? So this is one way we're going to follow the heel here in 50-50. Okay, so what we're going to look at next is how we're going to deal with, when I do this inversion transition here to expose the heel, sometimes I can get to this position, backside 50-50, and then guys will high leg over, cut the distance, hand fight. So this is what I mean. So from here, if we go off the first move, and we're here, he goes to invert, I go through. Here, if he high legs over here, and he goes, sits up the hand fight, I have nothing to create distance here. So what we're going to do is, we're going to go back to using, once we have open legs separated here, we're going to go into an X-leg style position here. So now from here, what I'm going to look to do is, I'm going to look to, from here, when we're here, I'm going to unlock my legs and I'm going to push his stomach here. Now from here, I can pass this to here, but this can give me not as much control. I want it, when I roll through, I want to be able to get an X-leg control, which with the X-legs, what I'm doing is, I'm able to get better control of the knee line, as well as when I'm in this X-legs 50-50 position, I'm able to keep my opponent from crowding and fighting my hands, okay? So what we're going to do is from here, as he's going to turn, I unlock my legs, I push the stomach. I'm going to take this hand right away, I throw it under here, this leg comes inside of here. Now from here, I go to roll through, and you see how I end up with my leg here? So now when I catch the heel here, because I'm forcing this position where our heads are in two different positions, two different directions here, now when I catch the heel here, and he goes to roll through now, you see how now I have a barrier between me and him. My X-legs is set in place, and now if he tries to sit up and hand fight me, it gives me distance. My foot staying pressed into his stomach, I'm going to keep pressing this knee while bridging in here. And then as I go to finish, I open my knees. At first, I want to make sure that I have a good bite on the heel here, elbow tucks, and then I can open my knees while retracting my heels on this, looking over my shoulder to finish there, okay? Let's do that again. From this angle, and then look at the other angle. Here and here, I've created separation. Here, I feel I'm going to turn. I fill my X legs in, rolling through. Now I have an X leg position. I catch the heel, he goes to continue rolling. Remember, I want to put this foot in the stomach, expose, opening, finishing over my shoulder there. Okay? Look at it from the other end. Here and here, we're in 50-50. My feet open. So when we're here locked up, I cause separation. I feel him go to defend here. My foot opens, so I kick his stomach. That's going to give me this space here, here. Now look, throw my foot in right away. And this is the position we end up in here. Now from here, I catch the heel, he high legs over. Here, tucking everything in, looking over that bottom shoulder, and finishing there. One more time from here. So I'm 50-50 here. I feel I'm going to turn out, foot in the stomach, here, catching, and here. Okay? Even if you can't get an inversion going, you can roll over your top of your head, but try not to roll over your forehead because then you roll over your face and your roll will be slower, okay? So that's what we're looking for there. Okay, so now what we're going to look at is if I can't get any of these inversion style heel exposures going, from here, this is what I'm going to do is when I feel my opponent not really turning, but just keeping their heel hitting from here, this is where now I can spin the leg. So when we're here, okay, and we're in this position, and I feel him go into this position where he's turned this way, okay? But now I don't feel him committing to a full turn, but he's turning enough that if I try to keep exposing, he's going to keep turning here. So what I need to do from here is he's going to keep turning this way. I put this foot in here, and from here what I want to do is, I don't just want to leave my foot dangling here, I want to create a little bit of a push here. So I push here, and keep turning, and I'm here. So you see how I push? Now from here, if he continues to turn out from here, that's what's going to give me my ability to then throw over to a 50-50, backside 50-50 position, and I get heel exposure here, okay? So all I'm doing now is I'm spinning the leg. So from here, we're in 50-50. I feel him go to turn, I'm going to turn. I post this hip, I hook the far hip. So now from here, I hook this far hip, and when he goes to turn, I'm here, catching at the hip, and I'm finishing there. So all I'm doing is spinning his leg. But I don't want to spin the leg with the leg up on my shoulder. I don't want to spin the leg with the leg in my hand. I want to spin the leg where it's in my armpit, and I'm making sure that I'm grabbing his calf. Okay? I'm grabbing his calf because I want to be able to get good control of his knee line here. Okay? So if we turn this way, here and here, Chris goes to turn, I post, and I'm holding here. So now the more he goes to turn here, look, I hook this lower hip and I turn. Now I throw. And here. One more time. So it's just when I feel him turning out here. Okay? Foot post, hook the far hip. Holding his calf, and you see I just spin his leg. Now my leg can come in, back heel at the hip, and then from here, this is where I'm catching right here. And again, it's the same finish. Right here, and we're spinning the leg there. Ideally, if my opponent doesn't continue to turn, and they just half turn, okay? Let's say from here, he's just half turned and I'm here. From here, I can start lifting my hips and force the turn. So from here, is if I'm here and here, And all he's doing is sitting right here, because now I can't go this way, his leg's really straight from here. I can push off this hip, as if I had this, it would be hard for me to spin the leg. I push off this hip, and I push off the foot that's hooking the bottom hip, lifting my hips, turning his leg. Now from here, even in this position, I have his belly down position. I can expose his heel, and then now I can even throw in my X-legs position from here to finish. Okay? Let's just look at that again. Here and here, I feel I'm going to turn out. And we're here. Now from here, if he goes to continue turning, I can throw right to it. If he's smart here, and he feels me coming this way, and he doesn't continue to turn, he just straightens his leg and stays there. Now from here, this is where I can lift my hips, throw my leg in, I can go to an X-leg position, and now I can even reforce the bolt through here, or I can just come back this way and finish. Okay? One more time. Just see the angle. Here and here. He goes to turn. If he turns all the way, I throw it through. If he doesn't and he stays right here, this control gives me this ability so I can bend his leg here. If he doesn't turn at all and he stays flat on his butt still, and tries to go back to hiding his heel here, I can throw my X-leg position in. I can force the bolt right there. Looking over my bottom shoulder for a finish. So that's how we can spin the leg when we're in 50-50 and re-attack 50-50 from the backside now.